What's up, guys? We're back for another Creator Economics episode, and we're actually going to do a little bit of a special episode. We just got this today. It doesn't come out until June 14th. I got my friend Harrison Nevel. I'll link his YouTube channel down below. But we wanted to get into what is Happy Dad. I have not tried it. You've not tried it, correct?
It's impossible to get it right now.
Impossible. So just to give you guys a little info, they dropped it off. They said that they're going to do 5,000 cases, June 14th, only in California. Launching in Texas and other states in August, and then they're gonna roll out 50,000 cases for the first drop. I would imagine this is gonna sell out so quickly. Good luck getting your hands on it. I'm thankful that we have 2 cases. What did you think of the Happy Dad logo?
I think they did good for trying to go for that simplistic, that can that everybody wants to have at their house kind of thing. I think it's good, and I think it's just gonna crush regardless, because I think NELK is such a strong audience. At first I thought, why would they not do full send Seltzer, but then I understand that they're trying to disconnect from that. So Happy Dad, I think, a lot of people think that's just a funny name. So
I thought the same thing. I thought it was going to be called Full Send. But I think we're going to see this a lot with creators. They're going to create brands, but they're going to be smart about separating the companies from their actual brand. Jimmy and I kind of did this the other way, where we named it Mr. Beast Burger instead of something wild that's not related to his brand. But I think we're going to see a lot of influencers go with this actual strategy, where it's not really associated with the brand, but when someone walks into an alcohol store, they don't necessarily need to be a fan of NELK to want to buy Happy Dad. They're just going to be curious and they're going to buy the brand.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think the next interesting thing, I want to open up the case here, is they didn't go with the skinny can.
Yeah,
they actually went with a normal beer can, as seen right here. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it gives exactly what their brand, because I feel like the skinny can is kind of played out at this point. Not played out, but it's taken over by the traditional White Claws and whatnot. And so I think this is very on brand for them to have that traditional beer, and then they kind of want to make it feel like just kind of like you're drinking a regular beer, not drinking a tall, low calorie thing. It's like this is a seltzer and it's in a can, and it makes sense.
Do you think this is product number 1, or do you think this is the only product that NELK is going to launch?
I don't know, because to me, it feels like it could be its own hard seltzer, and then they move on to a name of a different product. But at the same time, with them taking that Happy Dad name and separating from themselves, I don't know.
I'm curious too. I don't know if they'll move into hard liquor, if they'll move into an actual beer, or if they'll just stay in the seltzer. I think time will tell. When you have a creator like NELK, you already can really get that brand to first base, right? They have this massive audience that's going to buy this regardless. Whether the product's bad or not, they're at least going to buy it once. I think where this becomes really interesting is can they get full distribution? 1, and so we're going to see that. We're going to see, it says 150 stores when I looked at the sheet in California. So let's see what the distribution looks like over the course of the next few years. And then the next thing is going to really come down to what team can they build around this company? Who's the CEO? Who's the executive team? Can they really build a solid team? And then what is the innovation on marketing, right? That's, I think, what this is really going to come down to. I think you and I both agree this will be successful. The question is how successful will this brand be? How big will this brand be? Are we going to see them sponsoring sporting events? Are we going to see them pushing the envelope with different marketing and creative? That's what I'm really curious about, because we haven't really seen an influencer on YouTube build a brand yet, maybe outside of Jimmy and maybe a few others, that are really innovating in the consumer packaged goods or alcohol space. And this might be one of those products that really, I think, helps other creators realize that they have more than just a YouTube channel. They can actually create sustainable companies.
And I think an important aspect of that is there's this initial hype right now on it and the push. There's going to be a point where that initial hype starts to fall off, and I think that's when the things like you say, sponsoring sporting events or things like that, teams, that's going to be that next step to get it to be that brand bigger than them, because I can see it being big. It just I feel like there's that hump that has to be taken over and get to the next level.
Yeah, well, and they do a very good job of marketing their merchandise. I think, don't quote me on this, I think they do 4 drops a year, and they do a really good job of actually marketing what those drops are, when the drops happen. I would imagine that they're going to push this very heavily on their YouTube channel.
I think they need to show up at colleges with buckets of this stuff and just parties and just throw stuff to everyone, because this is going to be a product that's their audience, and they just need everybody to be drinking it.
Yeah. It'll be interesting if we see a Happy Dad Super Bowl commercial. I think that would be one of those big pie in the sky things that they could do that would just take this to the next level.
100%.
So whether it's like a good return on investment, who knows?
Yeah.
It's just more of like a clout flex, like, hey, we bought a Super Bowl commercial, we have a massive alcohol company. Well, let's get into this. So I pulled out a lemon lime. I have a wild cherry here. I think we also need pineapple. That's watermelon.
I've heard wild cherry is best. That's what everybody's saying.
So the only people that I've seen try this is other creators. I've spoken with a few people that NELK are looking to. That's it. So I'm curious to see like how many videos are on YouTube, who's talking about this when it initially comes out, because there's only 5,000 cases. Not a lot of people are going to get to try this the first month. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what the next drops look like. So I'm gonna crack open a lemon lime first. It definitely doesn't have like a White Claw taste to it.
It's stronger than a White Claw,
Yeah.
which it's something that I like better than the White Claw because it's very faint.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that like extra like fruity flavor that a White Claw does.
Like
it's a little flatter.
Like an alcohol reader now.
It has a little bit of a beer taste to it.
I can see it. It's got enough fizz to it. I think that's what it is, like the seltzer part of it. Most seltzers is lighter.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I would probably say like the lemon lime White Claw is my favorite. I definitely like this lemon lime.
That's
I think people are really gonna enjoy this. Which one are you cracking?
This is the wild cherry. That's strong cherry. It doesn't taste like a seltzer as much. I mean, it tastes like a seltzer with a stronger flavor.
Yeah. This one's really good. I like the flavoring of this a lot. It's a lot stronger tasting than the lemon lime. This one's actually very good to me. I want to get to the watermelon because that's
this is gonna be fainter than like the lemon lime.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Watermelon.
That's very light, very faint.
Yeah, this one is a completely different taste, texture than the other two. And then last but not least, we have pineapple.
This is a flavor that I saw that they were doing. I think that's an interesting one because you don't really see a lot of pineapple, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Definitely my least favorite.
It's a weird one.
I don't know if I would drink pineapple.
It's got a
but
weird
I also don't
aftertaste.
like pineapple, so that doesn't help. I mean, if I had to rank these, it's definitely like wild cherry, lemon lime, watermelon, pineapple. It's like how I would rank these. And I think there's actually like a significant drop off between watermelon and pineapple. I really liked these three.
Yeah. These were good. I'm totally in agreement because the lemon lime was good. The wild cherry to me feels like it stands off on its own as like a different thing, which maybe you need that leading of the pack. But I think it's difficult to pick a certain amount of flavors because there's so many different flavors you can do, and I assume they don't want to just do like the standard White Claw pack with the same flavors.
Yeah, totally agree. Anyone trying to get this, if you can get one of the 5,000 cases, congrats. I know it's going to be really tough. I know there's going to be people showing up at liquor stores when they open, whether that's at I think Costco and a few of the other places that they're distributing at. But congrats to NELK. I mean, this is awesome. Like, congrats on like pushing the ball forward with creator products. I think this is going to absolutely kill it. I think they did a very good job on the flavor profiles. I agree with you. Like, wild cherry is going to be the number one, I think, out of the gate for all these college kids. Lemon lime will probably be second. But again, like, congrats to NELK, guys. This is great. I truly like kind of inspiring, I guess, creators to think a little bit outside the box. I'm not totally surprised they jumped into alcohol. It kind of feels like a no-brainer. And now I'm just kind of curious to see like where this brand goes and where they can take it.
Yeah, I think with how NELK, they innovated in the fact that like when they started creating content without focusing on the ad revenue and having to take that lane and turning that into the full send merch and then capitalizing on that and then on into this. I think if they continue to do that, they'll be able to grow that business so large because I think it's well known how well that their products do. And this is a lot more difficult of an alley to tackle, I feel like, because you're dealing with stores and the whole liquor business, and that's not easy for just some guys coming in and sell their stuff. So I think they've done it right, and I'm very curious to see how it goes, especially at the start. I've seen how people are like camping out for these already. So this is a hot commodity. We're gonna go resell these.
We might go down the street and
Sell
resell
them
these for $25.
Go to Fairfax. Yeah.
But congrats, guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Good luck on getting these cans.